Okay, my friends, Roger once again. Guess what? NASA has found previously unknown organic molecules on Mars. This just came out today. This is November 5th, 2021, and they have decided, wow, it looks like there might have been some organic stuff going on here. Well, guess what? Let me show you what I discovered long ago. Alright, this is a video I did back in August of 2015. That's quite a while ago. And this shows the Mars crab. Now let me show you this in some better detail. Okay, the ancient story said that the planets, the moons, everything were literally gods, and they were literally biological creatures. This is the Earth. These two guys are looking up at this and saying, wow, what is that all about? Well, I can tell you what it's about. This is muscle. That is an artery, flowing blood out of an artery, exactly as is on Mars. This stuff was the size of things. Let me show you what areolar tissue and interstitium is. And it's quite obvious that the Earth was a biological creature, as is literally everything that I have found, including the planets in Mars. Okay, I'm about to show you what's on Mars, and it is the same thing as on Earth. We are made of creatures' bodies. This is interstitium. That is the mucosa layer. This is the submucosa, which has the tendon balls and all the little interstitium anchors and the collagens and the fluid-filled bags, and it's all eroded away. And these balls are the balls that were in the walls. The balls were in the walls. And there they are right there. And that would just, if you eroded that away, that's what you see, all the balls, because they're tough. They don't go away. The other stuff turns into mud. Exactly what you see. No difference whatsoever. This is it. Case is closed on that. Now let's see about Mars. Can I show that? Absolutely I can. Okay, these are nothing more than what I just showed you. These are the interstitium balls, and everything's eroded away. This is up on Mars. They call them the blueberries. Okay, they call it, I believe they call these Moki marbles. They're the same things I was talking about. Those are interstitium balls. Scientists have no explanation for any of these things. So they just write, oh, it's a natural concretion. No, that's not. It's natural, but it has nothing to do with concretion unless you want to call tendon balls and interstitium balls concretions. They're everywhere around Earth, and I mean they're huge. Some of them are, these are tiny, tiny. Now I'm going to give you an anatomy lesson. This is an artery. Arteries have these little spikes that go in and feed all the tissues, which in this case are sarcomeres, with blood. This is the vein. Comes back up to the heart to pump back through the kidney and the liver and all that stuff to flush and clean the blood and all that stuff and reoxygenate it through the lungs. Now, this is where you have the red blood. This is where you have in living creatures, it's blue, it turns black in mud fossils. Now, this is really down here. Okay, that is down here. What is this? What's all these little blocky, little tiny, little strap, all these little blocks up and down? What's going on there? What's that all about? That's muscle. And what's all this red stuff all over, this red dust? That's eroded flesh, blood cells. And it's heavily iron. It's a lot, because blood is iron. Blood contains almost a ton of iron. So ferrous oxides, they turn red and they turn black. Red is from the red oxygenated blood tissues, and black is from the returning blood that has already used this oxygen. There's two states, FeO2 and FeO3. 3 has the extra oxygen, and that's what you use to power your body. Now, let's see what sarcomeres look like in an anatomical version. Don't forget, you see these little blocks? You see that little block right there? You see these blocks here? You see these blocks here? You see everything that stripes in between them? That's how muscles pinch. Let me show you. All right, this is what you see, these blocks. What happens is these things pinch together. That's what they are, pinched. They crack, and it cracks, and that's what and all these little tiny lines feed together like that. That's how muscles work, and that's what we just saw up on Mars. Remember I showed you the interstitium? There it is right there. This is pinched interstitium. This is stretched, and that is how your body works. You can pull it and stretch it and do all these things. Some spots are going to be pushed together. Some spots are going to be pulled apart. That's why these long little, normally they're all glued together in a big glob so that you're sort of moving around. But when you get real stretched out like this is, the straps are much weaker than the balls. The straps erode. Underneath that, it's just totally eroded down to what we could call sand. It's quartzite, but it's got the red quartzite is really bloody sand, basically. And this is what we're looking at down here. You see the straps? These balls are anchors. If this thing was let to go back to relaxation, everything would change and they'd all become basically a sort of like this area here. You wouldn't have pinched ones and you wouldn't have stretched ones. That's interstitium, and that's called the Morse code. And it's huge. This is not tiny. It's the same kind of thing. That's a tendon ball, and that's the stalk to the ball where it comes out, it connects. This is what they look like, and that's how they attach. And these little ripply things, those are little cavities, and your body anchors in that, and that won't pull out. And the straps can stretch and pull back and forth. They break right there, though. All right, this is another stone ball. They make them in all kind of different ways, depending upon where it is in the body. Some of them have like a honeycomb inside, and some of them have like this shell-looking stuff, and other ones have like, they have like encapsulated compartments, but they all have a rounded shape to them, and then they have a strap that anchors to it, and that is the anchor. All right, and then you can pull your muscles, and this is how they attach. These are the anchors. They call them tendon enthesis, and that's where they end and lock into bones and muscles and mats, and wherever they have to anchor that particular muscle to, that's what does it. This is what they look like in biology. There's the strap, and there's the tendon ball. And normally it would lock right into there. That's been ripped out. That's an injury. Okay, so this is Mars, and this is the Mars mission, the Perseverance, and I can't get anybody to talk to me about the things that I have discovered from the earliest mission, which was back to 2015. I posted about. I tried to get somebody to discuss these things with me, and nobody did. And now they're going back up again. I imagine they'll be there many, many, many more times before they'll discuss what is pretty obvious. And that's just what I found. It happens over and over and over. You put these people in charge and they can just walk around in circles and just be thrilled with themselves. It's absolutely amazing. I want to tell you something else. They have found organic molecules on Mars. And guess what? Comet 67P also is biological. And they found the same kind of organic molecules there. And it's just freaking them out, and they don't know how to deal with that. I want them to talk to me. I can show, and I have evidence to support every word I'm saying. You know, I can't go to Mars, obviously, but I can go here on Earth and show you the things that are here on Earth, and I have them DNA certified and CAT scanned, and they are fossils turned to stone, just like the stones you see here. Virtually all are fossils. They're not just concretions of sediments. It's time to look at these things in a whole new perspective, because if you listen to academics, you're never going to get anywhere. They just refuse to allow anybody to speak that won't speak what they want to hear. And that's what's happened to me. It happened to everybody that's spoken up. So until you raise your voice, you're just going to walk around in circles, listen to what you've been told to say, and you have no option other than to say exactly what you're told, or they will destroy your life. So enjoy your life.